The crypto market is surging, and guess what XRP holders are up to? The big players, the smart money, the wealthy, and the ultra rich have been quietly snapping up XRP. Meanwhile, smaller investors are making a different move. And let's be clear, there's no judgment here, no criticism of those with fewer resources, but their behavior stands out. While the big fish are buying more XRP, the smaller holders have been selling off their shares. It's a tale as old as time in the market. When the big money moves in, the little guys tend to move out. It's a fascinating dynamic, and it happens again and again. Wealthy individuals tend to stay ahead of the curve. That's part of why they're successful. They're savvy, they manage their emotions, and they see opportunity in moments of widespread fear. Meanwhile, those who let emotions take over often panic sell, lacking conviction or a clear plan. They act impulsively, much like a flock of lemmings blindly following the crowd. It's not meant to sound harsh, it's just an honest observation of how things work. Right now, we're seeing this play out in real time. Here's the thing, when the big money makes a move, and trust me, they rarely get it wrong, what do you think follows? Seriously, take a moment. Now, let's zoom out for a second, because the world isn't exactly quiet right now. Tariff drama has been rattling nerves for over a month, shaking markets to their core. Yet here we are. Crypto markets are surging, and the S&P 500 has clawed its way back, regaining serious ground. After that sharp pullback in investments and risk assets, they're making a strong comeback. The question is, are you paying attention? The tariff drama, just noise. It was never going to permanently wreck the markets. Now, the biggest worry tied to it is about to disappear. That's right, Trump. Nothing's set in stone yet, but I've got some exciting updates for you. On Saturday evening, President Trump made some remarks about China and the tariff situation that could shift everything, and you'll love it. Just like COVID didn't spell the end for investing, this story won't either. Sure, it rattled the markets for a while, but get ready, because we're on the verge of a major breakout to the upside. Global liquidity is on the rise, yet Bitcoin, the heavyweight of the crypto world, is still playing catch up. It's like watching the calm before the inevitable storm, and now the market's surging just as you'd expect. Feels exciting, right? That said, let me be super clear. I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice, and you absolutely shouldn't buy or sell anything based on my ramblings. I'm just a crypto enthusiast who loves sharing thoughts and making YouTube videos about this space for fun, not profit. Now check this out. Chart analyst Mikey Bull says a Bitcoin breakout to a new all-time high is loading. Now, this is the kind of conviction that's been buzzing among chart analysts all day, and especially yesterday. Sure, some are cautiously hinting at the possibility of a short-term pullback, but make no mistake, the big move is coming. Case in point, chart analyst Credible Crypto shared a bold take this evening, and let's just say he's got his bullish hat on. Here's what he wrote. If this breakout on Bitcoin is the real deal, active traders are going to need to rethink their entire game plan, how they enter and exit positions, because the strategies that worked over the past few months won't cut it anymore. And of course, what he's talking about here is the breakout, the one that triggers Bitcoin's parabolic rally to close out this cycle. And once that happens, you know what follows. Altcoins, including XRP, skyrocket right after. He wrapped it up with this. I'm out and about, so I can't check back-end data right now, but I'm long on Bitcoin with a tight stop at $103,000, 0 cents. If my stop loss triggers, the next key level to watch is 1 in 2,000. 0 cents. When momentum runs as hot as expected, sometimes you've got to go bold. Pullbacks become rare and shallow, demanding a more aggressive approach. While this is directed at traders, I wanted to share it anyway because it's fascinating to see someone operate in that space, even if trading isn't practical for most people. Let's be real, data clearly shows that traders on average underperform compared to folks like me who just buy, hold, and wait. Hodlers win. But what excites me is he's signaling that this could actually be a pivotal moment. And coming from someone with a near flawless track record, that's worth paying attention to. He's easily one of the top analysts in the crypto game right now. And honestly, this could be the moment we've been waiting for. Just take a look at how everything's flipping. If you caught my last video, I broke down the blockchain backer's latest insights. Over the weekend, he highlighted the breadth indicator, which flipped for the first time since September. You know what that means? It might finally be alt season, bro. The wait could be over. Now check out this post from chart analyst Balius. His take lines up with what I'm seeing across the board. He explains that Bitcoin made a clear, impulsive move off the lows of 5 waves up. That's bullish, no doubt. But it also hints that a correction could be around the corner. Ethereum hit a key monthly level today, hovering just below it, and all eyes are on what happens next. If we see a pullback, it's no time for panic. Instead, trust the process. This journey will have its bumps, but staying steady is key. Don't let short-term turbulence shake you out of the game. Here's the deal. Even if prices dip further, and no promises there, it's not a moment for fear. It's an opportunity. This could be the sweet spot, the range where profits start tempting and the ride really begins. We're getting close, folks. An influencer named Oz, new to me but worth noting, shared some simple wisdom. Don't overthink it. If you've got your positions, don't overtrade. Just sit tight for a couple of months. Honestly, that's solid advice. For most people, trading too much just causes more harm than good. I'm just like you, an average person, nothing flashy or extraordinary. Yet since 2017, I've been winning in crypto. How? By buying and then doing absolutely nothing. That's right. No secret formula, no overpriced courses to sell you, no complex strategies. In fact, let me save you some hassle. Don't fall for the noise of people trying to sell you trading mastery or quick wins. Here's the reality. Trading is a high-risk game, and only a tiny percentage of people consistently profit from it. Studies show 90 to 95% of traders lose money. That's right. Most people are failing at it. And even among the winners, how many are truly profitable? It's a question worth asking. So if you're one of those rare elite few who can trade consistently and succeed, I genuinely applaud you. No sarcasm. But with the stress, the risk, and the odds stack against you, is it worth it? Especially when life-changing wealth is achievable by simply buying and holding, letting time do the hard work for you. No stress, no constant market watching, just results from doing nothing. To me, it's a no-brainer. This is the strategy, and that's exactly what Frecky is highlighting here. Now, if you don't know Frecky, he's a long-standing member of the XRP community, a crypto veteran since 2011, and someone with a decades-long career in finance. Trust me, the guy knows his stuff. Frecky reposted what I shared and added this gem. Stick to the basics. Hold spot positions in high-conviction cryptos, no leverage. Don't play the market timing game. It'll only bring you pain. If you're not fully loaded, dollar cost average in this range. If you're already set, then do nothing. Patience is the play. Sometimes doing nothing is the smartest move. Stay calm, let the crypto roller coaster ride, and watch the show unfold. Simple advice, but some of the best you'll hear, especially coming from someone in finance who knows the game. The strategy? Keep it simple. The more you tinker, the more chances you give yourself to mess up. Every extra move you make adds risk, even if you think you're outsmarting the market. Trying to get clever, selling high, buying low, might work a few times, but the second you slip up, it could all come crashing down. Is it worth it? When the market's trending up and coins with real utility like XRP are clearly not heading to zero, you have to wonder, why stress? Unless there's some massive unexpected shift, and let's be real, there isn't. What's the point of overthinking? You just don't need that energy in your life. Here's something from Mick, aka Crypto Crusader, a chart analyst who dropped this gem on Saturday evening. As we get closer to a trade deal with China, we're running out of time to position ourselves properly. This could be the biggest catalyst ahead, one that could ignite not just Bitcoin or XRP, but the entire crypto market and stocks too. Retail investors are still missing the big picture, even though Bitcoin's already hit a higher high and is now in bullish territory. Don't forget, June brings the Fed rate cut decision. I'm betting we'll see those cuts start then. This could be a major turning point, but imagine this, a Fed rate cut paired with a China trade deal. It would be a game-changing catalyst like no other, sending stocks soaring in an unprecedented way. If no deal is struck tomorrow, I predict we'll see one announced by June. Now, here's the thing. Hopefully you've taken advantage of this time to accumulate coins while prices were low or to refine your trading positions. In my view, I largely agree with this take. While narratives do play a role, markets clearly react to the stories being told. Global liquidity remains the ultimate driver. At the end of the day, that's what the market will follow. Kind of the Fed rate cut. Yeah, markets always react to that kind of thing. Sure, it might just be a burst of initial excitement, but it gets a response. If we're talking about which narrative really matters more in the grand scheme, though, I'd say the China story takes the cake by a mile. That's where the real fear in the market lies. If that fear disappears, boom, the market rallies. Here's the fun part at 4:23 p.m. Central Time, my time zone. On Saturday, he dropped a post. Fast forward to this evening, and at exactly 6:12 p.m. Central Time, President Trump posted on Truth Social. What's wild is how quickly it spread. An account on X automatically reposted it just a minute later at 6:13 p.m. It's just a bot program to instantly grab whatever pops up on Truth Social and share it here. So here's what showed up Saturday evening. Spoiler alert, no surprises here. By the way, we already knew this. A US China meeting was scheduled for Saturday in Switzerland, followed by another on Sunday. The first meeting, done. And here's what President Trump had to say about it. Had a very good meeting with China today in Switzerland. Many topics discussed, lots agreed upon. A complete reset was negotiated in a friendly yet constructive way. We aim to open up China to American business for the benefit of both nations. Great progress made. So despite all the tough talk, the market dips, and the dramatic tactics, it was clear this was just a temporary storm. The strategy? All part of the plan. This challenge is on its way out, and it's happening just as global liquidity is on the rise. Rate cuts might even sweeten the deal, but honestly, regardless of that, things are looking up. Everything's going to be fine. Then there's XRP, finally free from the artificial suppression of the US government. In fact, it's now being embraced as a homegrown, American-made crypto. That's the new narrative. The market's heating up, and XRP is on the rise. After being held back for so long, it has plenty of ground to cover. That's why we've seen major momentum from XRP since November. But here's the kicker. It's just getting started. Hang tight. The best is yet to come. On September 11th, 2024, chart analyst Crypto Michael shared a bold prediction. Are you ready for wave 2 of the bull run? The parabolic move to $100,000, 0 cents after 6 months of consolidation. FOMO will be insane for those sitting on the sidelines. At the time, the crypto market was hovering near its oval bottom, and he nailed it. Let's set the scene. Bitcoin's previous all-time high was just under $70,000, 0 cents. Where were prices then? Somewhere around $56,000, 0 cents. We'll pull it up. Yep, there it is. And what happened next? Not long after, Bitcoin ripped upward, confirming his call as spot on. Crypto Michael wasn't alone in spotting the moment, but his accuracy stood out. Over time, he's shared countless insights about XRP2, and guess what? He's been right about those as well. So Saturday evening rolls around, and he reposted this. Are you ready for wave 3 of the bull run? It starts when Bitcoin cracks $110,000, 0 cents. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, though, hey, anything's possible, but it could happen in the coming week. The point is, we're at the edge of something big. After months of consolidation, the next major surge is just around the corner. Crypto's heating up, and it's a thrilling time to be here. Check out this gem from chart analyst Steph. XRP breakout imminent. In 3 to 6 weeks, you'll wish you'd bought more. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will kick themselves for not buying more. Not me, though. I spent years building my XRP stash and wrapped up my buying spree in late 2020. When I say spree, I mean I went all in. Borderline obsessed, but no regrets here. It was the right move, and I'm thrilled I did it. Still, there came a moment when I realized, okay, if I don't stop now, this might officially become a problem. That's when I decided to switch gears. No more XRP, time to branch out. Since then, it's been all about diversifying into other cryptos, and I haven't looked back. Even now, after the latest price surge that kicked off in November, XRP still makes up about half of my crypto portfolio when measured in US dollars. Not everyone feels the same, but mark my words, there'll be plenty of folks kicking themselves for not scooping it up at these lower prices. Why? Because this thing is set to break out. Look at the chart. Another triangle pattern is nearing its end, and XRP is poised to bust through. I can't imagine for a second that it's done. After nearly 7 years of consolidation, it's finally flirting with a new all-time high. But to think that's the end, that it'll just tap a new high and fade into the background, no way. That doesn't add up, especially with alt season on the horizon. If there's no alt season, fine, I can accept that. But if the entire market takes off, XRP is definitely going to play a massive, massive role. No doubt about it. Here's something exciting from chart analyst Crypto Wizard. XRP looks ready for liftoff. This XRP/USD chart screams potential with the caption, "Warning, XRP's downtrend is over." After 112 long days, XRP is finally broken out of its downtrend. A big move to $2.80 is on the horizon, and beyond that, we could be looking at a brand new all-time high. The sleeping giant has woken up. I keep seeing posts like this everywhere, and honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if it plays out just like that. And check this out from chart analyst Dumb. I'm now tracking aggregated net flows per trade size on XRP, and something interesting has been brewing over the past few days. Orders ranging from 10,000 to 50,000 XRP, along with those over 50,000, are seeing strong net buying activity. Check out the color legend for the data. It's all there. If you want to dive in, feel free to pause and take a closer look. Interestingly, orders between 100 to 1,000 XRP and 1,000 to 10,000 XRP have shown net selling. It seems the little fish have been cashing out, selling the rally, while the bigger players are scooping up XRP. Well, what's going on here? As prices rise, smaller accounts appear to panic, opting to sell off their holdings. Fear, perhaps? They just want out, grabbing whatever they can and moving on. Meanwhile, the big money is doing the opposite, buying up XRP with confidence. Now, here's the question. Who's right? The smaller players selling out of fear, or the seasoned investors with deeper pockets, likely backed by experience and insight? My bet's on the big players. They usually know what they're doing, folks. The big money is piling into XRP, and this pattern should give you a boost of confidence for what might be just around the corner. For me, the answer is clear. It feels like another all-time high for XRP is brewing. We've already hit several new highs this cycle, but another one is coming soon. And when it does, we'll likely enter price discovery mode, melting faces along the way. It's going to be a thrilling ride. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make any buying or selling decisions based on my words here. Seriously, that would be a terrible idea. Always do your own research.